Okay, lines are muted. The call is being recorded, and it's my honor to introduce you to the founder of the Wake Up Call. Somebody years ago had the idea to do this little thing, and it's changed a lot of people's lives. So with that, I'll introduce you to my wife, Miss Cindy Wright. You've got the call.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Kirby. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Wake Up Call, and the last Wake Up Call that I will do this year. I can't believe it's going to be 2024. Wow, we've had a lot of years, Kirby. Oh, this chapter is very short, but it's a good one. It's number 32 in the book Little Things Matter by Todd Smith. It's called Accept Compliments Graciously. He said, from a very young age, we were taught how to accept a gift, say thank you, and something nice about the gift. Never say you don't like it, even if you don't, or you'll hurt the feelings of the person that gave it to you. This advice, as good today as it was when we were 5 years old, applies whenever you receive a gift, and that includes the gift of a compliment. Graciously accepting a compliment in any setting is not only good manners, it's a sign that you're confident and self-assured. It's an effective way to build rapport. Properly accepting compliments is one of those little things that can enhance your reputation. There are a number of theories as to why people have a hard time accepting compliments, including such diverse things as wanting to appear modest, not feeling as if the compliment is deserved, or doubting the sincerity of the person giving the compliment. What you may not realize, however, is that rejecting, deflecting, or not properly acknowledging a compliment creates a negative impression. It discounts the intentions of the person giving the compliment, sends a message that you think their opinion is off base, or suggests that you doubt the value of your own abilities or characteristics. Given the world we live in with so many people being self-absorbed, it's becoming rare to receive compliments. So when someone takes notice of something we've done well or how we look and makes an effort to tell us, we owe it to the person to acknowledge his or her thoughtfulness. Compliments come in many forms, and there is a proper way to acknowledge praise, commendation, or admiration. All right, here they are. Make eye contact. Look the person in the eye when you respond to communicate sincerity and self-confidence. Say thank you. A sincere, unhurried thank you, along with a smile and eye contact, is often enough. Don't explain anything. If you feel inclined, you can follow your thank you with something positive. Doing so communicates desirable character traits such as friendliness, positivity. If you can't keep it brief or tempted to explain or rationalize your action or accomplishment, leave it at a simple thank you. And, you know, Kirby, before I get to the challenge, I can talk about that later, but I, first of all, am one of these people that I try to compliment every person I come in contact with. I don't care if it's a stranger. I will, even at a store, I will say something to them. Oh, cute haircut, or oh, I love your purse, or your shoes are really cute. I mean, it's literally. I mean, I try to just say something. If somebody's making eye contact with me, and they're, giving me a smile or whatever, I'll try and make a conversation with them. But especially with people that I know. I mean, if I'm going out to dinner with somebody or having a friend over, the first thing I do when I see them is I pay them a compliment. I'm like, oh, your hair looks good today, or, oh, what a cute outfit you have on, or, just, oh, my gosh, your makeup looks incredible, your skin. I mean, one girl last week I met with, I said, oh, my gosh, your skin looks amazing. You don't have any wrinkles. Like, just always finding something good to say to somebody. And here's the thing, is like I always really kind of evaluate how they respond, because some people are just great at saying, oh, thank you, that's nice of you to say, and that's perfect. But some people are like, oh my gosh, I hate my hair, and it's like you say, oh, your hair looks great. No, it doesn't. it looks terrible today. And, I'm like, well, I think it looks good. It's like, oh, okay, but it's amazing how my mother is one of those that, you give her a compliment and she is going to turn it every which way but good. And it really does boil down, I think, to how secure someone is with themselves. Because if this person is secure about themselves, I really believe that they accept the compliment graciously, and they just say, oh, thank you so much for saying that. Thanks so much for mentioning that, and just graciously accept it instead of going, seriously? You think that I hate these shoes, or, I've had these shoes forever and they look horrible, or they need cleaning, or, it's just so much better to the person giving the compliment if you just accept it and say, oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to say something about that. I'm surprised you noticed. Something like that. And if you want to go on to explain and say, gosh, I've had these shoes for 20 years, but they're still so comfortable, that's why I wear them. Whatever, just a little positive, part to it is fine. So I'll give it to you, Kirby, for your thoughts.
All right. I figured you might talk about paying someone a compliment because you do such a good job of that, and I've learned a lot watching you over the years how you can start a conversation by paying a compliment. And we've taught our girls, we have 2 daughters, and they both struggle with this a little bit, and we'll pay them a compliment, and they'll kind of talk around it or kind of wiggle around and whatnot because they're uncomfortable with it for whatever reason. And I taught them, just say thank you. I just paid you a compliment. Just say thank you. You don't have to say anything but that. Just accept the compliment and say thank you, whether you believe it or not, whether you think I'm sincere or not, doesn't matter. Just it's a little bit of respect, and it's a little bit of honoring the other person that is giving you the compliment to just say thank you. Now, this morning I Googled Zig Ziglar, what he has to say about paying a compliment, and I found this quote that made an impact on me. It says, you never know when a moment and a few sincere words can have an impact on a life forever. Zig Ziglar said that, and it made me think, has that happened to me? And then I thought, wow, when I was like in 5th grade, I don't know how old that would have made me, 12 years old, I don't know. I was in a PE class. We used to have physical education back in the day when we had exercise during school, and we were playing dodgeball or something like that. That particular day, we had this little stick. This is going to sound kind of hard to explain on the phone, and we would hold it in each hand, one hand on one end of the stick and one hand on the other end of the stick, and see if we could jump our legs through it and put the stick behind us without letting go, and then jump the other way. Well, I could do that very easily, and everybody else was struggling with it, and our PE teacher came by and said, you're really good at that. And I'll never forget that. I mean, this is a long time ago. And I remember this particular person saying, you're pretty good. Paid me a compliment on my ability to jump through this little stick thing. Well, that turned into a desire to pursue gymnastics, which I did. Went on to become a state champion in the state of Tennessee back in the day, and on to college on a gymnastics scholarship because primarily that teacher paid me a compliment, and it made me think, well, maybe I am good at something. Maybe I can do this, and it kind of moved me in the direction of that sport as opposed to football and baseball and basketball that everybody else played. I found my little niche in something because of that compliment. So it is, again, I see Cindy do this all the time. We'll be out random in the airport, wherever, and I see her strike up a conversation with a compliment. 100% of the time she'll pay somebody a compliment, and I'll see them over there just chatting away. I'm like, you know this person? No, never met them in my life, but that's a great way to start a conversation and to impact other people in a positive way. You never know who you run into, even at the airport, with that little compliment about, I love your shoes or your hair looks great, and that boosts their confidence and they feel better even for the moment, or maybe it shifts the trajectory of their life forever. You never know. Just a smile or a compliment can do that. But today we're talking about how to receive a compliment, and if you don't know, the easiest and simplest and most effective thing to do is just say thank you. And with that, Cindy, I'll let you with any final comments, and I'll close out the call after that.
Okay, great. That's some good stuff. I love that memory you have. And even with our grandkids, I always say to them, you are so special. You are just amazing. You have so many special gifts. And teaching them to say, thank you, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, really getting them to understand that's a compliment and that's a great thing, and just accept it. And they're so young. I mean, our oldest is 9, but they don't really know to think that they're not special, and so teaching them right out of the gate, do you know how much I love you? Do you know how special you are? You are amazing. They are going to believe that they are, because they don't have all of that negativity yet. So it's like teaching them at an early age to accept a compliment is very, very important. His challenge today for this chapter is, during the next week, listen for compliments given to others. Make a mental note about how many times you hear people rejecting or ignoring compliments they receive. Give more compliments than you normally would. Notice how people respond to you. Put today's advice into practice the very next time you receive a compliment. So that's my thought especially for the new year. And if you want to me, I feel good about myself when I'm telling someone else something good about themselves. It makes me feel good to give someone a compliment and make them feel good. So that's why I do it. I just love seeing someone smile, and I love making someone feel good. So anyway, I'll give it to you, Kirby, to close out.
All right, good job this morning, dear. I see you smiling since I paid you a compliment. Now you can say thank you.
Thank you, honey.
All right, there we go. So, hey, I have a challenge for everybody on the call this morning. It's the next to last wake-up call of the year. And starting next year, I would encourage you to make a commitment to be on every one of these. Now, let me tell you, not every one of these is going to rock your world, but I guarantee you that every now and then one of them will. One of these little 15-minute nuggets or something that Cindy or Jamie or Holly or whoever is doing the call says in that 15-minute time frame, something in there could change your life. Okay, you never know where it's going to come up. It may not be today, it may be tomorrow, it may be next week, but being consistent and dialing in every morning at 8:15 Central Time, 6:15 for you early birds in California, can make a big difference in your life or somebody else's life. So I'm encouraging you to make the commitment to be on the call and to share this with other people. They don't have to be related to you in business. It doesn't matter. They're just people. They're just friends. They're people that you want to help impact their life with good, positive stuff and start their day off right every morning at 8:15 Central Time. And by the way, if you didn't know, we're going through the book Little Things Matter by W. Todd Smith. And if you don't have the book, you can get a free download. Just Google Little Things Matter, free download, and the first thing that comes up is a site by Todd Smith that gives you the book, the whole book, the outline, the whole thing that you can download on your phone or on your computer and print it if you want to just reference it on your phone so you can follow along with us. So with that, I will wish everybody a fantastic day. Thanks for dialing in the wake-up call. I'm going to unmute the lines, and we'll say goodbye.